What's up, everyone? Welcome to Baja, California. We have another tournament game between A's and Ungers. This one on a partial water map, and A's playing as one of his more famous civs, I would say, that he plays as with China. And I like watching him play as China. I mean, everything he does is unusual, creative, but with China, it's especially so. So this should be a very exciting and entertaining game. Ungers over here on the other side of the map with Ottoman, which is probably one of the more hated civs in the game, I would say. A lot of people don't like playing against them, so I think there's probably a favorite for basically the two play styles that we're going to see here. But regardless, Ungers a very, very good player himself, and Ottoman a very good civ. If played correctly, I find myself having a bit of a tough time playing them to perfection, let's say. So if you don't do that, if you make mistakes, it's hard to come back from them with Ottoman because their economy is quite a bit more limited than other civs. So here's a 2 sheep treasure that Ace is going for, and he's actually going to get that. Some little shots from the Ottoman explorer on the disciple and the Chinese hero. I did see another treasure earlier in the game. Let's see what A's got. He's got a 30 XP, a 60 wood, so that's very helpful. Very helpful for him to get that village. Oh, and that's interesting looking at... Oh my... See, it just never fails. A's always doing some crazy stuff. So the typical Chinese opening, and a nice 85 wood treasure that he's going to be able to get because Ungers is way on the other side of the map. So... man, just a great opening for A's here. What he's doing, typically you'll see one village and a TP with Chinese nowadays, but a map where it makes a lot of sense and it can be very effective. He's going with this East Indiaman shipment, which gives you a free dock and reduces the cost of fishing boats. So with he's saving that wood, not making 2 villages, saving that wood so he can queue up a few boats as soon as he gets that dock up, which is going to happen very shortly. Let's take a look at the rest of his deck to see what other crazy stuff we might see in there. A couple one water shipment, but everything else pretty standard. So actually surprisingly standard. And here come the fishing boats. They're in queue, and Ace is going to be able to get. I think they cost 50 wood now, because they used to be 100. Now they're down to 70, and I think that card reduces it 20. Yeah, so they're 50 wood, so he'll be able to get. Wow, about 5 fishing boats before he even hits H2, so that's very, very useful. Another 80 XP treasure. What is... okay, we have Ungers picking up a 60 wood. That's good for him. Yeah, and here we go. So A's going to be aging up pretty soon now. Skipping a little TC time just to get that summer palace started. Keeping most of his villagers on food in the meantime to get that next villager queued up. Very smart. I like that. And then I expect him to shift a few more onto the summer palace to speed up that age up time. And there he is doing that. So going to be nice and quick to age 2. You don't usually you see the T export card and you see the 400 food crates, but very different opening here for A's. I think it's totally legit. Totally can be beneficial. Can be actually a good strategy. So he's going to get extra villagers early in the game, and it's going to be a big decision whether Ungers wants to combat that with a shipment. He does have some water shipments to neutralize those fishing boats, but it's a it's a big commitment to send a shipment just for that. And maybe A's working on some mind games here, sieging this house, maybe making Ungers feel as if there might be some H2 rush. But he's got a forward barracks going down. And it looks like Ungers is going to... yeah, he's already queuing up Stagecoach. He's going to have a very easy Stagecoach here. And 700 wood coming in. I wonder if he's going to be able to get that. I think he'll be able to get that TP placed before Stagecoach finishes. You want to do that. Get that extra bonus when Stagecoach completes. And Janissary's are in queue. 700 coin on the way as well. Slowly gathering up those wood crates. He might not be able to get that in time. I think it's going to be very close if he gets that little bonus. It's not huge, but it's nice to get if you can afford it, if you can manage it. And how many fishing boats do we have now? We have 5 fishing boats for A's with more on the way. 7 steps coming in after the... Oh, no, that's his first Age 2 shipment. Okay, yeah, no TP start. It's a little bit slower. And the stagecoach does not complete. So Unger's able to get that triple stagecoach upgrade 106 XP for each TP, I believe, when you get that upgrade. So it completes the trade route. Oh, yeah, it's not for each one. It just completes the trade route wherever it was. So that's very nice to get that little bonus. And he's dropping a stable as well. So he's going to go Jan Hus here. Taking some shots from the TC. The steps are sieging one of the trade posts. So it's going to be pulling away Unger's attention. And there's a random village here, which is what A's shipped those steps to. And why they were able to get there so quickly. Oh, and 2 of the steps split off to go on this house in base. Oh my god, that's so smart. Ooh, the villager drops just before getting in the village. But Ace is going to be able to take out a house and most likely a trade post at the same time, causing some real issues for Ungers. He's going to be able to get a 3 deli, which is going to help him neutralize some of these painful pests out here on the map. And more deli coming in, so actually Ungers is going to have a very nice timing here. He just needs to somehow deal with all these random units. Ooh, A's a little bit of a slip up here. Steps getting caught by the Jans, but they're not in melee, so not going to take that much damage. 30% range resist. But here come the deli, split off, trying to find these steps, cut them off. Ooh, they are very quick. Ooh. Looks like Ungers had an attack move command there and it made the Jans go back to the village momentarily. So A's making a runaround, possibly getting the the TP now. Sieging again. And down to 260 HP. He's going to run away at this point. Oh my god, is he going to get in this fishing boat? Oh, he has the option. And he sent that one boat over there just for that. It's so, man, Ace is just... He doesn't forget. He thinks of everything. And a little bit of popped here for Ungers because of the house going down. He's dropping 2 quick houses though, and now he's had enough of this shenanigans. He's pushing in Aze's base. Let's see where Aze is at this point in the game. He does have a war academy and makes some units out of there. He has a shipment available. It's going to probably be the Chukanu. Minutemen are popping. This is going to be a pretty good position for Aze, I think. And Unger's is going to be caught in between here without much that he can do to escape. I think this should be really good value for Aze. Lots of Janissary, but oh my gosh, there's just so many different units for Aze in this little fight here. And these Jans are just going to get erased. Oh my god, this is brutal. Hus dropping as well from TC fire. Aze really, I mean, it's crazy how on Aze is in this game. Sniping deli, running away with the TC because he knows he's gonna be able to kill all the Jans with all the other units. So just making really smart decisions and just totally on top of it. 3 TP stagecoach is going for Ungers though, and he's got more Jans coming and a shipment of 5 Jans on the way. So it's gonna be quite a force to hold in the next push. I feel like there's gonna be another timing coming. How many fishing boats do we have now? We have 12, and Aze has not yet gone on the other side of the map, other side of the water, but I do expect he will at some point. Looked like Aze was going back to that trading post to try to siege it down, but it was repaired by Ungers. So smart move there by Ungers being on top of it. I feel like he might need some A boost. He's got. Oh, he had a lot of wood in the stagecoach on wood. I think that's probably what he... Because really the only counter for that is steps, and I think Janny A-Boost really would be a good composition here. Let's see if he is able to afford or wants to switch into that at some point later. A's hiding the vills after taking a few hits. He's going to lose one there. Pikes pop on the deli, though. Again, really good positioning by A's. Lots of units to snare the Jans as they're running away, but this time there's 17 Jans. I don't know if this is going to be enough for A's to push. There are lots of Pike there. Deli getting some good hits in, but the Pike come that way. And still 14 Janissaries, so I think this is looking much better for Ungers in this fight. Although there are a lot of Chuknu and the Delhi have fallen, there's only 3 remaining. But Unger is queuing up units rapidly and getting hunting dogs. He's got 21 villagers, sending in 600 wood. Going back in, he's going to destroy the foundation of a village, costing Ace a little bit of wood. He's trying to push again. But there's so many Chuknu, and Ace has yet to send the 8 Chuknu, which are on the way now, so we'll have quite a mass. It's basically going to be a matter of if Ungers can get a nice amount of Delhi, and it looks like he's just got 4 right now. He's going to need more of those. Or maybe with this 600 wood, maybe he finally drops that artillery foundry and gets some A boosts in there. Because at this point, I mean, it's going to be over 20 Chuknu. Double kill, very slow double kill on the Jans, and the Jans are marching right in, taking out the Chuknu. That is the drawback of the Chuknu. They take quite a while to kill these Janissaries, even though they are supposed to counter them. And, well, the Pike are in great position against the Delhi. Wow, good cover mode after 2 Pike do quickly drop. A nice formation shift by Ungers, getting the Delhi up front and getting a few good kills, but they are dropping quickly again. And not so many Janissaries, just 11 remaining. 3 reinforcing Delhi, though. This is going to be a very good push here. I think this time there's going to be some solid damage done by Ungers. And some good position. Does Ace have anything popping to save him? He's popping villagers, which are getting some good punches in. There's still 9 Chuknu. How many? Only 4 Janissaries now. The villagers are all out there fighting, and a nice little standard army batch pops. But, man, we're just kind of resetting the military here. Oh, looks like 2 galleys coming in from Ungers. Oh, but is he... Oh, I hope... No, he's got to cancel that. That'll go to the wrong side if it... Okay, he does cancel it. Ooh, that could have been devastating. If you end up shipping it to the wrong side, that's always a very deflating feeling. So glad he canceled that, and I'm wondering if he canceled that to go up to the next age. That 600 wood shipment that came in, not really doing much for Ungers at this point, kind of just sitting in the bank. And yeah, he is looking to go age 3 A's. Oh my god, look at this, 53 villagers compared to 24. That is insane. More than double, not even including the Summer Palace. And A's is looking really good. How many of these fish? 17 fishing boats. He even sent northern refugees. How many villages did he have at the time, I wonder? That was most likely a 6 villager shipment because of the TC. Wow. That's... A's just going full eco while trying to hold in doing so. So he's looking really good at this point in the game. A castle dropped in base and Mongolian army in queue. So Ace is not looking to age up. He's looking to add in some Keshik, some step riders, additional step riders. And taking out the explorer for Ottoman, but sacrificing a step rider in the process. Oh, not. I thought he was going to get one more shot off. Ungers aging up with the exiled prince, so he's not going to get anything from that age up. It just ages him quickly. So he's looking like he's in a bit of a tricky situation. The Jans will pop out of the barracks, but at least one of them is going to go down, I would expect. Vet Jans is in queue, but that barracks may not last. Falk's on the way. I think A's knows that Ungers wants to get the Vet Jan upgrade, so he's keeping those units there. Still doing very well in this little trade here with the Chukanu. I think that's going to cancel it. Yeah, it's going to go down. Vet Jans is not going to get done. Okay, so Ungers prepared for that, made another barracks. He's going to get that pretty quickly. Minutemen also called, so just to have a bit of a military mass to defend these Falks. And looks like this middle trading post is going to go down as well. Ungers with 26 villagers. I don't think... You know what? Let's take a... Does he even know Ace is on water? He has no idea. He has no idea Ace is on water. He doesn't even know he's so far behind in economy. That is pretty wild. And if you don't know that and you find out at some point or you don't find out. Oof, man, it's rough to be in this position because and a nice little raid by A's in the back of the base as well. Jan's about to pop though. Gonna get not quite get a shot out. The cavalry from A's retreated in time. Again, A's just being all over the map, sieging TPs, sieging the stable, taking a bit map control, and forcing his opponent to react and try to be all over the place with a slow-moving army. And that's the key here. A's knows that this is a slow-moving army. The Falconets are out, the Janissaries are out. These are units that usually like to stay together to protect the Falcs, and it's just forcing his opponent to run around and not put the heavy pressure on, which Ottoman definitely wants to do. Just splitting and actually taking that trade post out as well, and then the Explorer going down for Ottoman at the same time. So just very, very well done by A's, and he's gonna go and at least leave the steps to kill this last trade post and totally take away the main economic benefit that Ungers has going for him, or had going for him throughout this game so far. So it looks like double Rax Jan with Falk is going to be the composition and the timing push that Ungers wants to put on here. What is this? Oh, we have 3 villagers coming to build this trading post down here, even though 2 of them are blocked and idled, unfortunately. We have a sneaky Vill for A's coming out, looking like he's probably going to build a dock over here. There it is. It's going to be right there. And does Ungers... I think he saw it, and now he's heading over there. But actually, that villager can beat these guys because they do half damage against villager. Anyway, A's is up. He's got Yang army already in queue as a shipment that's going to upgrade the steppe and Keshik for free with additional units, 8 of each of those. Village does go down. Summer Palace being worked on. A's has some hand mortars in queue to deal with these Falconets. Chukunu stepping up, taking some shots, getting disciplined. Chukunu as well. Excuse me. Oh, a Summer Bells patch pops on the wrong side there and going to be deleted instantly. Unfortunate for one little mistake from A's so far. And there's the hand mortars, just 2 of them getting a shot, forcing the Falconets to back up. What else do we have for A's? He did send Mongolian Scourge, but hold on, we got a pretty big fight here. Jan's in front, good positioning with the mine and the native post. These Jans are going to protect the Falcons really well. Chukunu taking some big shots. Steps trying to get in there, but I think the Jans maybe backed up too far. Yeah, just backed up a little too far. Oh my god, the Chukunu are getting destroyed though. Really good Falconet shots. I just wish that second one was still alive. Totally could be. But I think it's going to finally go down with the Keshik getting shots in from the back. Hand mortars are still there. They didn't really accomplish their job. They at least pushed them back, pushed the Falcons back with the initial siege. But I'm going to take a look at that Mongolian Scourge. It gives steps more damage against villagers and buildings, and Keshik do more damage against heavy cavalry. So a very good card in this situation, running around, distracting his opponent. And I think A's only really has to, and he's making the Mongolian army as well. So he's going to stay with that composition. With that composition, he doesn't have to worry about Mamluks. He doesn't have to worry about Spahi. He's got a counter for it. So I like that idea. Though there's a lot of Janissaries here, and he needs to somehow, at some point, answer that. And there's the Mamluks I was speaking about for Ungers coming in. I don't know about this composition though. Yes, he's popped. And there we go. Okay, he's going to queue up more Jans here. Oh, he's getting really good position. A's getting a little bit trapped and choked up there by that little forest, causing him to lose a few units. This is a big timing. This is a nice little raid with some Chinese cav for A's. Here comes the push. Actually, it looks like Ungers is going to redirect. Doesn't want to go into the base of A's with all these buildings, all these choke points with these Mamluk. Redirecting towards the top of the map where there is a lot of economy for A's. So I think this is a good decision. But it looks like Ace is pushing it in here now. Oh, and he has a huge shipment coming in. Manchu popping at the forward village. Ooh, almost losing one. He had it was initially a good idea, but taking big shots. Mamluk repositioned at the last second, so didn't get a great pop there like he wished. And here we go. I think Ace is just throwing it all in here. Lots of Keshik, lots of cavalry, Chukunu in the back. Manchu doing work. These Jans are getting picked apart. Mamluks don't even want to engage just because there's so much anti-cav. Even though it is range damage, I mean, they actually soaking quite a bit, but they are going down. They do have huge range resistance, 40%, but when you have that much Manchu, that much Keshik, it doesn't really matter how much resistance you have. Still a large Jan mass, and I think Ungers is doing pretty good micro here. Unfortunately, losing all his Mamluk, but the Janissary mass is still alive and well. Oh, and at the same time, we have a frigate on the water and a falconet. Oh, fire ships. Wow. I'm trying to watch both of these at the same time. The Ottoman frigate is going to go down. And that's a Chinese falconet from the British consulate. It has to be. Yeah, there it is. The musketeers are here as well. A's losing lots of units on this retreat, though. Oh, and I was just going to say repelling volley is what he needs against the Jan mass, and he can pretty much take them and finish this game potentially once that comes in. And there it is. And this is looking like a really good fight once he has that triple multiplier against heavy infantry. How many? He has only 9 arcs, but it's enough to do a lot of damage and very quickly. And this army is slowly retreating, but I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this. The meteor hammers finally go down. And A's has the resources to go industrial here. That is absurd. He's got 80 villagers. He does have fishing boats on the bottom now. He is aging, and there you go. And that's the game. Ungers calls it. And he was down. Oh, man, just so much activity on the map by A's. Keeping Ungers repressed, suppressed. 32 villagers only. He does have 2 TPs on the stagecoach now, but throughout the game, losing one here and there, not consistently having them going. And A's just totally free booming on the water for so long. The frigate was shipped in by Ungers, but A's was able to counter that with a castle, probably getting in a few shots here, a falconet from the British consulate, and fire ships as well. So, wow, just A's all over the place, fishing on both sides, raiding all over, sieging TPs, houses in base. And you could tell that was A's game plan from the very beginning. He had that explorer on that first house in Unger's base for the entire transition period going into H2. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He had that forward village here, not this one, a different one that got destroyed earlier, but he had it here. He shipped the 5 step to this trading post here to siege that down, or start sieging it down. Split 2 of them off to go to the base to finish off the house. So A's had this planned out early in the game, had a great game plan, and executed it so well. He is on point right now, playing about as good as I have ever seen. And he's always been a really good player. And when he plays often, he is top level, and he's showing it here. So really well done by A's. Everybody loves an A's game. They're always wild, different, creative. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.